He wasn't supposed to be a rapper. He was a hustler, a high school dropout with quick instincts, a sharp mind, and a street hustle that kept food on the table. Music wasn't his first plan. It was his escape route. But Eazy-E flipped street money into Ruthless records, turned raw reality into art, and helped invent gangsta rap with N.W.A. Together, they shocked the world, terrified politicians, and forced America to hear the truth about life in Compton. His empire rose fast, and fractured even faster. But just when everyone counted him out, Eazy made one last brilliant move that outlived him and sealed his place in hip-hop history. This is the gamble and the legacy of Eazy-E. Legacy: the children of Ruthless. Eric Wright didn't wait for permission. He was born in Compton, California, at a time when the city was plagued with poverty, violence, and unemployment. For many young men, hustling wasn't just an option, it was survival. And Eazy was a natural hustler, always looking for ways to flip a dollar into more. When his cousin was killed in the streets, Eazy started to think about another path. He had the money, the drive, and the ambition. All he needed was the vision. In 1987, he founded Ruthless Records, not in some downtown office tower, but right in his mother's garage. That decision was both humble and revolutionary. With his entrepreneurial instincts, he reached out to young talents like Ice Cube, who was writing rhymes for himself and others, and Dr. Dre, who was known for producing futuristic sounds with a world-class wrecking crew. Together they formed N.W.A. The group's debut, Straight Outta Compton, was more than an album. It was a cultural earthquake. For the first time, America was forced to listen to the raw, unfiltered reality of South Central Los Angeles. Police brutality, gang life, systemic neglect. Eazy and N.W.A. turned pain into poetry, and the world couldn't look away. The controversy was immediate. Politicians condemned them. The FBI sent warning letters. The media called them dangerous, immoral, and criminal. But every attempt to silence them only fueled the fire. Records flew off the shelves. The group became icons overnight. Authenticity sells. Don't run from your reality. Turn it into your product. When you speak your truth, the world has no choice but to listen. The empire cracks. But success breeds envy, and it tests loyalty. For all his brilliance, Eazy made one crucial mistake. He trusted the wrong people with his business. Money disputes started to tear N.W.A. apart. Ice Cube, the primary writer behind many of their hardest-hitting lyrics, felt cheated. He wasn't getting what he deserved from Ruthless Records. When Cube left, he didn't just walk away. He came back with No Vaseline, one of the most scathing diss tracks in hip-hop history. In just a few verses, he torched the group and humiliated Eazy in front of the entire rap world. If that wasn't enough, Dr. Dre, Eazy's closest creative partner, also broke away. But Dre didn't leave quietly with the help of Suge Knight. He launched Death Row Records, which would soon dominate the rap industry. Dre didn't just separate from Eazy, he mocked him publicly. The infamous Dre Day video turned Eazy into a punchline. For the first time, the godfather of gangsta rap looked vulnerable. The empire he had built in his garage was starting to crumble. He stood isolated, mocked, and betrayed by the very people he had put on. Handshakes don't protect your business, contracts do. Eazy's loyalty and street sense couldn't replace the power of ironclad paperwork. Trust is important, but in business, trust without contracts is a gamble you can't afford to lose. The fight back, the Bone Thugs era. Eazy wasn't the type to fold. He came from a world where survival meant getting back up no matter how many times you were knocked down. When Dre and Cube left, many thought Eazy's career was over. But Eazy clapped back hard. His track Real Motherfucking G's wasn't just a diss. It was a reminder that he still had grit, still had power, and wasn't going anywhere. Then came his masterstroke, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Eazy discovered the Cleveland group when they hustled their way backstage, desperate to showcase their talent. Instead of brushing them off, Eazy listened. What he heard blew his mind. Their rapid-fire rhymes, fused with haunting harmonies, were unlike anything in rap at the time. He immediately signed them to Ruthless Records. With Eazy's guidance, Bone Thugs dropped classics like Thuggish Ruggish Bone and First of the Month. Their biggest hit, The Crossroads, a tribute to Eazy after his death, became a worldwide anthem. It went multi-platinum, won a Grammy, and immortalized both the group and the man who believed in them when no one else did. Eazy proved he wasn't just a rapper or a hustler. He was a visionary executive who could spot raw, groundbreaking talent. Bone Thugs' success gave Ruthless Records a second life, proving that Eazy's empire was more than just N.W.A. Bet on new talent. Don't live off your past victories. Invest in the future. Great leaders create platforms that outlast their own fame. The tragedy, gone too soon. But even visionaries can't outrun fate. Eazy lived fast, flashy cars, countless women, and a reckless lifestyle that ignored consequences. In early 1995, he went to the hospital thinking he had asthma. What he got instead was a diagnosis that shocked the world: AIDS. At a time when the disease carried stigma and misunderstanding, Eazy chose to face it head-on. In a public statement, he admitted his mistakes and urged others to protect themselves. But the clock was ticking. Just 1 month after his diagnosis, on March 26, 1995, Eric Eazy-E Wright passed away at the age of 31.
Rap singer Eazy-E has lost his battle with AIDS just 10 days after revealing that he had the disease.
The rap world was stunned. The godfather of gangsta rap was gone, taken not by violence, but by a disease that most never saw coming. Fans mourned. Fellow artists, even his rivals, paid tribute. And suddenly, the man who once seemed untouchable became a cautionary tale about life's fragility. Hustle without health is a ticking clock. You can build empires, but if you don't protect your body, your empire will outlive you. Legacy, the children of Ruthless. Eazy's story didn't end in 1995. His legacy lived on in the artists he inspired, the empire he built, and the family he left behind. His daughter, E.B. Wright, continues to keep Ruthless Records alive, honoring her father's vision and pushing forward his legacy in the music business. His son, Lil Eazy-E, carries his voice and image, stepping on stage to keep his father's sound alive for a new generation of fans. And then there's Bone Thugs and Harmony, the group he believed in against all odds. Every time they perform the Crossroads, they honor the man who changed their lives and gave them their first chance. Beyond family and music, Eazy-E's influence can be seen in the business model of modern hip-hop. From Master P to Jay-Z to today's independent artists, many followed the Ruthless blueprint. Own your label, control your masters, and never wait for permission to tell your story. Legacy isn't what you do for yourself. It's what survives after you're gone. Build something that lives on, even when you can't. Eazy-E's journey was one of vision, betrayal, tragedy, and legacy. He showed the world that you can flip your reality into an empire. He proved why contracts matter, why betting on new talent pays off, and why health is the ultimate wealth. Most of all, he left a legacy that still inspires artists and entrepreneurs today. So ask yourself, are you building something that ends with you, or something that lives beyond you? If you respect the Godfather's blueprint, hit that like and share button, drop a comment, and subscribe to Mansa Musa Mode for more powerful stories. And don't forget our second channel, Mansa Musa Mindset, where we dive into the strategies behind the grind. Rest in power, Eric Wright. Rest in power, Eazy-E, the godfather of gangsta rap.